Well, let's see. A lot has happened since I did the last one, part one. Well, check this out. You see this? That was up until 5 days ago where I slept every night in the hot air conditioning. But my buddy, oh, I only got one friend left, this poor bastard, as a matter of fact. But that's where I'll be sleeping. It has air conditioning. I drove it. But here's the funny thing. This is my only friend left, and I kidded with him because everybody wants to get rid of me. But he's known me since we were 14 years old and hung out with me many times in many pool rooms over the years and been the one good guy. Let's see. Ralph. But that's his company. And here's the funny part. Well, there's lots of funny parts, but he gave me a different van. Well, he told me to take I was told to take a different van. I should have taken this one, but they said the key was on the front seat. So I took the other piece of shit van that broke down in front of Tiki and, and overheated on the hottest day. And I finally got something. I finally got to drive because I got my license back. Oh, yeah, we'll go over that one. Let's see, got my case dismissed, no lawyer, no nothing. Finally, no cursing or threatening, but as close as I could have come to those people that now used to be 16 Cooper Street, now it's in Garden City. You criminal crooks. Oh my God, what they did. Those police on my knees begging. And the guy who did it, well, whatever, we'll file those suits soon. But anyhow, so now I get the first truck, and all of a sudden, I'm on a Van Wyck Expressway because I'm going in to drop off something to Carton that I try to drop off at Mulcahy's. And I'll get the carton later, and boomer, you're all gonna hear it. But so now what happens is all of a sudden this thing starts overheating. And I'm going, no, this just can't be. It's 100 freaking degrees. I'm finally going to be, and the thing starts overheating. And the only way you can get rid of overheating is by blowing the hot air, in other words. And I'm cooking the whole way to the city. So finally I said to Robert, Ralph, I call him, you know what? You try to get rid of the Jew by fucking frying him. Oh, it's terrible what he did. But anyhow, he's my one last friend. All right. Let me go through, let's see. Let me go right through with Geo. Geo, I don't know how you live with yourself. The other day, or a couple of weeks ago, you're talking about the guys who's trying to make a living down below that work their asses off. And I've eaten there before, the bun guy and so, the bagel guy in the corner. And the other guy and his wife, and for you to insult them and say it's a greasy place, you don't know how anybody could eat there. I mean, who the fuck are you? You ruined that girl's engagement. You ruined that party. All right? I mean, my God, you stepped into shit, and the only thing you can do is, poor voice imitations. My God. How do you come off? And then there was a young lady, I think, who worked for you, who was having something about her husband didn't get her flowers when she was pregnant, or I'm saying that wrong. But whatever it was, you were going to call up the husband and, and you gave the guy a hard time on the air. Holy shit. All right. And bummer, you're just a prick. That's all. All right. You're just, okay, making fun of people. All right. Oh, my God. Boomer, I told you about the hero part. But let me tell you, like I've said to your face many, many a time, you guys bailed on Craig big time. And that's the problem with the athletes. When push comes to shove and they got to get involved, all right, this guy, like he said, and Craig's turning out to be a little bit of more than a lot of a dick, but hopefully he'll straighten that out. This guy built you, all right, and nonstop. And the first thing you said is he ruined my show, and you didn't go to court. You did nothing. And, you know, and then when he wanted to say goodbye, you wouldn't let him do the show. He had to go to Michael K. And that's who I'm hoping to go on with. Because, Craig, how could you freaking beat up, and I've written this to you before, how do you beat up Michael K.? All right? He lets you do your farewell your thing, you know. And where Boomer wouldn't and your station wouldn't, you know. Well, um, but besides that, Boomer, you know, good for you. You have a great life. You've done good things. But, you know, when push comes to shove, even when it came to me, all right, and I knew these ladies and stuff, um, you know, you're in your old world, and and now you're beating up people all the time on the radio. Stop doing that, Boomer. And another thing, how do you promote and put the gambling, the sports, your name on the sports gambling, with all that Craig went through? I mean, how do you, how do any of you do it to begin with, but then to put your names on it, you know, so you get the credit for it? Holy crap, man! And by the way, well, your station still, I don't want to say it stinks, but holy shit, who do you got? Who do you have? You got you and Gio, that can't last much longer. And you got the two good guys, okay? And Tiki, you poor thing that you ran into me the other day, all right? But I will tell you something. You, as I said about Jerry Recco, McDonough, not McMonagle. Your show is boring, especially when you do it. Well, actually, Brandon and Tiki, your show's boring too. All right, it is. And McDonough, when you go on with Tommy Lugauer and stuff, you got to come up with stuff. I gave you McDonough's Chronicles. Come up with something. I had another one for you. You know, you could be have your own, like, do like an hour on your own show of like call it Cut the Crap Carton, or Carton could have one saying Cut the Crap with Craig Carton. So you guys are of course, Laurie Rubinson, a great one. Kim Jones, I raved about in the first one. Um, let's see. Oh my God, who am I forgetting? Oh, I know I got a couple to go. Um, well, Tiki, I met Tiki the other day, and Tiki and one other little girl in the past 10 days have made my life a lot better. And I just want to say that he was as real. I walked up to him, I handed something to give to Carton. I said, "Which way you going, Tiki?" So the poor bastard got stuck walking 2.5 blocks with me. I take him to show him the piece of crap that I was so happy that I was living in. A junk overheating thing, but I was so happy because I was going to be able to sleep, you know, flat, not in the seat that I've been sleeping on for the 4 years. And then I started rambling on like I normally do, but then I said a couple things, and you know what? This is what we agreed on, and I'm sure we're leaving a few out. Number one, about the vaccines. Number two, about the masks. And Tiki, not throwing you under any buses because I need you, kid, and you're terrific. And I told you I was going to talk to you like I knew you 100 years. Oh, if you only walked out like 10 minutes later. So, it's that sour diesel. So, yes, Tiki and Tierney. Oh, I was talking about the shitty shows with you guys. All right. Anyhow, you got to do something different. All right. Tiki, you got all the connections in the country. Get some people on there. Talk about the real things, like the vaccines, like the other thing we agreed on, that I started the whole thing with me and you guys. Why won't we just take a knee before or after the anthem? Everyone, for a minute of empathy. I've been saying it for years. That's all. Look at the other person, or close your eyes and think, hey, if I'm at a ball game, you know what? There's people in hospitals. We go through this, no arms, no legs, innocent people in jail. Horrible fact that kids with cancer, and that's another thing. How come every state doesn't have a St. Jude hospital? I don't know if I mentioned that on the first one, but oh my God, wow. And how come every school doesn't have, and they will, all right? They will have metal detectors. Every single one of them, every school in this country is going to have metal detectors. Are you kidding? Or we could go to Mars and find out there was life there a billion years ago and spend more on that. Love the space exploration. Hate the ones that aren't doing us any good. Um, let's see. Who am I forgetting? Tierney, like I told Tiki, you're just a guy like I told Bart, unfortunately. What a mistake that was. But Bart, I'm forgiving you if you just freaking hop on board and educate these people. You dimwit. All right? All right? And by the way, if you only knew, never mind Security Dodge, how well I know them. Um, let's see. So now we haven't hit the carton button. Sal Licata, you're out of your mind. You do have a lot of good things going on. Um, you know, your loud voice and getting in arguments is a great thing. But you got to watch yourself because you know what? You could be a data applicator tomorrow, to where your station goes through people. Maybe they should go back to JJ so he can tout more people and watch football games and for 2 weeks while he's leaving, tell him how much he loves the fan here so he can leave that door open. What are you doing now? Man, you guys with the you're doing TV, you're doing this, TV, the radio, back and forth, producers. Wow. Stick to the radio. Now, we hit the Sal. Let's see. Well, we can't even discuss Susan Waldman and oh my God, John Sterling, because they're just, really, really cool people. That's it. They're in the Kim Jones category. And, but Tiki, I ain't gonna leave. I ain't gonna leave you alone. I need you. So, as you see with Carton, that, you don't need any restraining orders or anything, but I'm going to do whatever it is I get to get a sit down with you. And hopefully I get to sit down with Mayor Bloomberg and Letitia James. I will do the things I need to get done. Here's another thing I came, um, you know, with that you agreed about. The people who are freezing to death because they use their stoves for heat, alrighty, and they die because the landlord didn't pay the oil or whatever it is. They're poor, they couldn't afford it. Alrighty, we need 100,000 or so radiators, oil-filled radiators, that for years I've been trying to get donated and nobody gives a crap. No cash, we just want the radiators so they can get distributed to people who need them. Let's see. I've been a freaking bore with this one, right? Holy shit. Do I promise? Well, it's actually starting to rain a little bit. But if it rains, look, for the first time I get to, walk in the van and, see, dark chocolate. That's good for you. All right. What else am I going to tell you about? I got too much shit to tell you about. Just with all the sports and with the new, you know what? I fucked this one all up, but I promised to keep going, and I'll do much better on the next one.